You're watching Wantalk Daily. Stay informed by subscribing and following us as we bring you the latest news and current affairs from across our beautiful nation and the Pacific.
Mr. Speaker, my questions to the Prime Minister are in relation to Pogera. Just a couple of simple questions to the Prime Minister for the benefit of my people in the province. Number one is in relation to CDA. The people of Enga, and especially the people affected and impacted by Pogera mine, are still waiting for CDA to be completed. As Prime Minister is aware, Mr. Speaker, most of the cake has been cut. Now, there's a lot of expectation. People think that there's more to cut. I think this CDA needs to be signed up quickly. The mine has been operating for more than a year now, and people are not benefiting. And that can cause a little bit of tension and problems. So, Prime Minister, if you can tell the people of Enga, especially the people of Pogera and those affected, riverine people, when we can conclude this. That's question number one. Question two is that since we closed the mine, up to about now going to 6 years, no maintenance work was done on the road. Now this is an economic road, Mr. Speaker. So I would like to know if the government can intervene very quickly to upgrade this very important economic road, which is known as the Enga Highway, starting from Togoba to Pogera. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Prime Minister.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Lord Laramie Beckham, Tok Long, Governor of Enga Province, but pass them through me like acknowledging continued leadership Long Enga, and he has shown extreme, strong, resilient leadership in the face of many challenges that remains prevalent in the province. A great commendation must go to his leadership on the ground. Whilst putting out fire in respect to lawlessness and tribal conflicts, he still maintains focus on development in the province. A wonderful example to many of our provincial leaders that it is your province. You have unbroken 5-year mandate. Some of us have 18 months check on us. Some of you, especially the provincial leadership and even the district leadership, full 5 years for concerted work. And Governor Ipatas must be commended despite many negatives also that are associated with the province. He, at all material times, tries his best for the furtherance of the Enga people interests within the context of national interests. And I want to confirm my travel into Enga province on the 31st of March, where the Enga Provincial Hospital, which become a possible designated regional hospital in respect to specialist facilities. It's something that we will discuss on the ground on the 31st when we open the hospital, 31st of March. But this hospital is a work over many, many years that is culminating with this phase. As I did indicate a day or two ago, it's a greenfield development from a new site, from planning all the way to where it is today. And with the caution of quality, especially in respect to standards, those considerations are given also as we work to make sure we start up something that is that maintains standard and the systems are functioning. So, Governor, commendations to you. I remember in 2008 that concept first emerged, and Governor was running around with a team of experts who were trying to put the hospital together. And from concept in around those years to actually hospital ready to be opened, wonderful legacy to continuation of leadership that is at work in hard place. I want to also appreciate the previous government that started the project and our own government from 2019 upwards that ramped up the funding for it to be readied. Enga province hosts the important Pogera mine. When we signed the Pogera mine, the new Pogera mine agreement, the new SML was issued premised on higher return to our country. And the higher returns rotates around 51% of equity to PNG beneficiaries, 3% of a better refined royalty. This royalty definition comes outside of yesterday's passage of the Income Tax Act, and so will not be benefiting from the Income Tax Act that we passed yesterday, but in any case, a better defined royalty. And for those who want to understand what I mean by better defined royalty, at another session I could explain, especially those who have an interest, but it's a better defined royalty, 3%, and also more employment opportunity, the preferential sequencing of employment, Enga first, rest of PNG second, and international third. We've earmarked for over 90% of employment to be Papua New Guinea-based employment and to phase out completely international employment in due time. It's a mine that will also spin a lot of businesses as we restart up again in the same sequence of employment. Enga preferential business first, then rest of the country second. And there's the management of the new Pogera Limited and Barrick Gold have clearly indicated that for those who want to do business in Pogera, you must have resident office in Enga province. So whether you are landowner yourself, landowner business or Enga province business, you must have a resident office in Enga province. So this is a part of the construct of the new Pogera that is meant to trap back more wealth in our country and in the host province. And I want to say to our people who are waiting for CDA process, the mining minister and the MRA has been assembling all the submissions. The submissions also will give consideration to submission from the riverine area that starts in the Pogera Valley, that runs right through the side of West Sepik Province and Hela Province, and also some kilometers into Western Province in as far as the environmental impact zone is concerned. So those are three other provinces that has an impact or is in the project area footprint. Their views are also given consideration. But a key line that Governor used, Mr. Speaker, is that there is no additional benefit to our landowners in Enga province. You stand to benefit the greatest. Right in the mine development contract, and the SML stipulates a 15% equity that will not be awaiting total recovery costs. It is paid right from first gold. So your 15% equity is sitting as we speak. From first gold, you get 15%. That's a far cry from the 5% that was the beneficiary ceiling under SML1. 5% to 15% is a 300 or 200% increase. And also on top of this one, what used to be a 2% royalty, now you're getting a 3% royalty. So all in all, Enga province and beneficiaries are getting 18%, if you include a 3% royalty and 15% equity, total calculation out of the production of gold, deducting the cost of production, you are sitting at 18%. Now, in the discussion on equity, as well as royalty, the other three sister impacted provinces and landowners has a view that they also are entitled to a little portion of royalty and equity and benefits. This possibly is one of the reasons why the Mineral Resource Authority have been working to find out where exactly they make the conclusion in respect to giving respect to Western Province, West Sepik, Hela Province, as well as the upload of power, the power line from Heights to Pogera for the electrical needs of the mine. So those few areas are being tidied, but Governor, I want to give you an assurance as I come for the hospital program in Wabek on 31st. If I have the conclusion of CDA, we could indicate there. If it is not, then in the month of April, we could have occasion up there in Pogera, where we announce to our people the conclusion of CDA. So thank you for raising this important pointer to me. Taking this question, I just want to ask our people in Pogera. Resettlement remains a very big part of this government's focus, and the new Pogera, we built into the agreement the SML and MDC resettlement as an important element of the new Pogera. So villages like Yarik, villages like Kulapi, and others where Pogera, for the benefit of every one of us here in the country, Pogera mine is not in an isolated area. Pogera mine is really the resources taken from a settled area. So we, since 1990, when the mine started, no effective relocation of people from the mine site has taken place. So as part of the close-up and to reopen, we intend to fully resettle people out of the mine area, give them a decent future in a proper resettlement. Governor, I want to comment again your team from having a clear resettlement plan as we announced CDA. Part of the announcement also must entail or will entail the clear path for resettlement. So we isolate people coming in from outside, and at the moment the trend of illegal visitors into Pogera participating in illegal mine is something that is not good, and we must contain at the earliest. I want to also indicate that in linking to your second question, we've discussed with the new Pogera mine, subject to the availability of infrastructure tax credit with an envelope. We'll be discussing with the new Pogera Limited if they could carve out infrastructure development, infrastructure tax credit sort of envelope. And mind you, Mr. Speaker, yesterday's income tax act we passed also includes now, I think there was a concern raised by one of us here, it now includes into law 2% of every project can be carved out for infrastructure tax credit. So we intend to use some of the possibility of our tax credit from Pogera to fix this road and other roads in and around Pogera so that they're clear, accessible roads for business, law enforcement, and community use. So, Governor, those will be, but I give you my full assurance. Works Minister is advised through this question, and my response to look at the maintenance, and that road also will have to pass through the current blockages and slippages as a result of the Mulitaka. But a combination of fund, national government as well as ICT has been looked at to ensure roads, not just in main roads in Enga, but also all asset roads in and around Pogera, Kandep, Tari Pogera Road that runs through Mount Kare. All this can be looked at so that we open up the place. And Governor, I want to give you my assurance. On 31st of March, when we in Wabek, hopefully I would have brought with me the CDA team. If not, we set a date for CDA in the occasion up there in Wabek. But thank you for your strong leadership. I appreciate your presence in Enga continually. And to the people of Enga and Pogera, you are the greatest beneficiary of the new Pogera Gold Project. When we concluded, it was concluded at a price. A new Pogera was modeled at a price $1,537 an ounce. Today, the price of gold has gone past $3,000 an ounce. So for the naysayers, sometimes it pays to be patient. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.